Hello! Happy New Year! I am so excited to be here. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty. I was looking for my bell to ring in the new year with you. I had it here somewhere. Anyways, I am Nancy Yawner. I am with Love to List and Keller Williams Realty, coming to you from the heart of my home. And today is the first Wednesday of 2023, and really looking forward to the new year. I hope you are too. And hey, Vicki, I know you're looking forward to this year. Anyways, lots to look forward to as we wrap up 2022. I hope that you guys had some rest and relaxation and some downtime. I actually was sick a lot of the time over the holiday season. Hello, Mom. And so I actually am just now starting to feel really great physically and mentally because I was under the weather. And so really looking forward to 2023 and a lot to share with you as I review and reflect a little bit from 2022 and over the last few years and moving forward to 2023. So I always come and talk maybe a little real estate, a little health, a little home, and of course we love supporting our local businesses. Anyhow, today I'll talk a little bit of real estate, a recap of kind of what has gone on and where we are and where we're headed, and then share a little personal story, give you some information on what's happening at Love to List and business and what's going on moving forward. So in terms of the real estate world, let me just share with you that I actually follow some key people in our industry and have for many, many, many years. One is Buffini, Brian Buffini, and he has been in the industry for 35 years, a guru in our industry. He owns a real estate coaching company, which I was a part of for about 10 years. Great period of my life, learned so much, so grateful to him and his company, and I still am learning from him. He does a lot of research, has his pulse on the market. He's very tied to several of the top banks. He interviews the #1 researcher, economic researcher at the National Association of Realtors, Dr. Yoon. So National Association of Realtors, Brian Buffini, and of course Gary Keller with the owner of Keller Williams, who's been just an icon in our industry. And so when I'm sharing some of what the predictions are, it's really the people that I follow and also some of my gut with boots on the ground. And really a lot of times I know information before it hits the papers because I can feel it and see it happening live, and then it's a trailing effect. So everyone that I follow predicted what was kind of happened in 21 and 22, and that is when we had the lockdowns and the market, came to a halt with COVID. So many people were predicting doomsday, that the industry was going to really go down. And the people that I follow said, you know what, all the indicators are once we open up, or even before we open up, things are going to go off the charts, which they did. So, fall of 2021, or 2020, all of 21, and then into the beginning of 2022, we saw a huge, like it went off like a rocket, our industry. Prices went up, inventory was down, but the interest rates were so good, so there was a lot of buyers into the market, a lot of competition with buyers. The sellers really gained in prices and gained in the type of contracts that they were receiving. And the interest rates were so low. So it was good for investors. And anyways, great market. Now, we started to see a shift in 2022. And why was that? Well, the biggest reason was the interest rates. And something kind of interesting happened. It was unprecedented, actually. We've seen interest rates go up and down and fluctuate over the many, many years that they've been tracking it. But something that happened, which was a little bit different this year with the interest rates, is that the speed that it went up in the time frame, meaning, we've seen interest rates go up over a long period of time, but to have them go up as much as they did in the short period of time was pretty unprecedented, and we actually hit an all-time high at 7%. We've come back down, and we feel, the people that I follow, unless we have a tragedy or something happen, that 7% was a peak. But that happened. We went from 3% to 7% in a matter of 4 or 5 months. So it really affected the buyers. Everyone started pulling back. Actually, people couldn't afford as much as they used to. So if you could afford a $700,000 house, you're more looking at a $450,000 to $500,000 house. If you're looking at 1.2, you're looking at 9. So it affects the overall ability to purchase as much as you could before. And so it pulled some people out of the market. But the inventory is still pretty low. Homes are lasting on the market a little longer. And the prices did come down in 2022, of course, nationwide, 15%. And we are going to see the prices did not come down 15%. The number of sales came down 15%. And we're going to continue to see less sales. And the reason is because people are a little gun shy to put their house on the market because things aren't happening as quickly, but also they want to keep their interest rate that they're having when they have the 3% interest rate. So we're going to see continued low inventory, but we're not going to see a price increase on the inventory, but we're not going to see a major decrease. People are feeling like it's going to stabilize. So wherever we are, it's going to kind of stabilize, might scooch down just a little bit. And actually, towards the end of the year, things will start to scooch up. And by 2024, things should level off and interest rates coming back down. A lot of people will start to refinance from where we were last year or this year coming into, meaning 2022, coming into 2023. So anyways, just want to give you a highlight of that. And I wanted to let you know on Thursday, on the 12th at 4 o'clock next week, that I am offering anyone that wants more data, more graphs, more details, also a Q&A for any of your real estate questions on a private Zoom call with me. I'm happy to meet with anybody that wants to join in. I'll be digging deeper into the highlights that I just shared with you and providing a lot more information. And like I said, I'll have a Q&A session. So if you have questions about the market, when you should put your house on the market, any downsizing questions, so I'll be happy to answer any of those. So that's where we are with real estate. And in terms of business and Love to List, well, we started Love to List in February of 2020. And so this is our actual 3rd year in Love to List business, and we will be having our rose ceremony in February. It's kind of our annual event. Looking forward to that. On the 19th and 21st of this month, we are actually having a seller seminar for those that are thinking about downsizing, changing your lifestyle. And we're going to have it 2 different ways. One digital, which will be on a Zoom, and the other one in person. So we have sent out a postcard and sending out an email in reference to some of those events, as well as a reminder that we have our Heritage newsletter, our Facebook Live, of course, and which I really, really love. And so thank you all for all your support in 2022. Looking forward to working with you in 2023. As you know, I really specialize in more of a complex sale, a downsizer, financial situation. We had a hoarding situation this year. And so that reminds me, a lot of people talk about their numbers and their volume and that being a great success. And I like to focus more on the success that I have on the one-to-one relationships that I have and why people trust me. And they really trust me mainly because of my problem solving. skills that I have, and that I'm really willing to take things to a deeper level, things that are more complicated sales versus one that we know is going to fly off the market. So whether it's a higher price listing, it's more unique, whether it's a downsizing, financial hardship, a hoarding, anywhere where I can really provide my knowledge and expertise for you is really where I shine. So if you know of anyone that needs that type of help, please let me know. And then the other thing I wanted to just share with you, a personal story, because I was really thinking about one of the reasons why I love coming and doing this live. Because when I work with you guys, I am serving you. And so I learn so much about you, right? And that's why I like coming in and providing a little extra value to you, because you mean so much to me. So, you know, you've heard me talk a lot about being a primary caregiver. And as I review and reflect over the last 16 months of being a primary caregiver, something happened recently, and I shared it with you on Facebook that there's more to the story. And one of you pinged me and said, "What's the rest of that story?" So anyways, it's this picture that I shared on the live. And this is me when I was about 17 years old, and this is at the Kennedy Center outside at the fountains there. And so I had performed a dance there with a teacher, Mrs. Greitzer, and it was a Viennese waltz on the beautiful blue Danube. And so this picture has been in our family for a long time. And but what was so wonderful is that a few months ago, I came downstairs and Minnie had this like on her tray or chair, and there were some family members around, and they said, "Nancy, Minnie has something for you." And you know, as being a primary caregiver, I have really at times second guessed my abilities, and it's a lot to manage, and I hadn't ever done it before because we didn't raise a family. So it was also new to me to be a caregiver. And anyways, so this was sitting there on Minnie's table, and when she turned it around, I was so touched. She gave this to me. She had it made for me, but the rest of the story is that this is one of my dad's favorite picture of me, who we lost in 2020. And she said, "This was Robert's favorite picture of you. And I wanted you to have it because when Robert left, I hadn't seen it anymore. And it was important. I wanted you to have it because I know it was his favorite picture." And it's so cute because very few people call my dad Robert. They usually call him Bob. And he loved it when Minnie called him Robert. But it was so touching to me because the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because I don't think we know the impact that we have sometimes on our day-to-day lives when we're going through about our day. We don't really know the impact that we really have. And the other thing I want to say about that, I've been thinking about a lot lately, is I find that things come full circle. So I wasn't able to raise a family. However, I'm taking care of my mother-in-law. So that's kind of coming full circle, right? When I started out in this business, I was a solo agent. And my relationships were so deep and so quality. And then, as you guys know, I grew a team, which was amazing. And now things have kind of come full circle. And what I want to share with you is one of the best things about being a solo agent and having a small team is the level of connection that I get to have with you. So at Lovetillers, we are all about the 3 C's, and it's about care, connection, and communication. And that's why I love doing what I do, is because I love connecting with you. So coming full circle in this business after 34 years is amazing. And I'm really looking forward to 2023 and helping you in any way. We're always a trusted resource, whether before, during, or after the sale. I get all kinds of calls, and I've got great resources for your home or for your financial world. If you're thinking about downsizing or primary caregiving, I certainly can help you with all of that. So no matter what your lifestyle is, I'm sure I can help you. All right? So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Next week on the 11th, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And what does that mean? Some of the products that I love that you haven't seen yet, that I haven't shared with you, and a product that I absolutely do not recommend, that I've tried a few times, my family members have tried, does not work. Anyways, I'm going to share that product with you, and I am going to share my absolute favorite health app of all time. So if you're interested in focusing on what you put in your body and how you can choose the right foods to put into your body, this is a great app. So I'm really looking forward to next week, looking forward to 2023. Thank you once again for all of your trust and support over the 34 years now of being in real estate, caring for you since 1989. All right? All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. I get to go on a date tonight. I have someone taking care of Minnie. So Jerry and I are going into town, and we're going to a place called Bia, and we're really looking forward to it. All right? In the meantime, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. Okay? See you next week.